What's up, everybody? Back here with another update. It's well overdue. I haven't updated in a while. Started a new job. Life's been a little hectic, but that's not important. Back to the tank, you'll notice a lot of the fish are either missing or different. I did have an ick outbreak. One fish, one tang that I got, quarantined perfectly fine, moved him into here within 1 day, ick, and there was no stopping it. So I took him out immediately, didn't matter, everyone in the tank except for Steve and my engineer Goby, only 2 survivors. So everyone else you see in here now is new, starting over fresh. It's of course it's depressing, it's upsetting, but what are you gonna do? It happens. Rebuild. So I'm at rebuilding point now. Because of that, a little more into coral now that I am fish, but of course I will have a bunch of fish in here as time goes on. But for those of you that have been watching my channel, watching my other videos, I'm going to show you the growth on some of these corals, which is just incredible. It's awesome. So we'll go around the whole tank here, show you what's new, what's different, and the growth. So I guess we can start with the fish. This guy is new. I did have one, but he died. This is a new one. It's a Red Sea sailfin. Very nice fish. And we have this wrasse, which is also new. He's beautiful. He has not eaten any of my hermit crabs as of yet, or snails as of yet, but I'm guessing he will. And then my favorite fish of all time. I've just never had one. Well, I've had one in the past, not in this tank. I've just always been scared because they are known for eating coral, known for picking at everything. But it looks like I may have gotten lucky with this guy, because he hasn't picked on anything yet. I also feed the crap out of him, so that probably helps. And then, of course, there's Steve. Steve survives everything. I've had him for like 8 years, so I don't know where he is right now. Probably sitting on some coral, pissing it off. Oh, and the shrimp did survive. I don't think shrimp actually can get ick, but both of them survived. There's one of them. The other one's hiding under the rock, can't see it. And then some new additions. Got 2 sand sifting gobies. Just saw one in the back there. There's one of them. The other one lives under this rock. And that's it for the... oh, actually, no, sorry, I lied. Then there are a small school. There's 5 of the pajama cardinals. They're just sweet. I love pajama cardinals. It's cool to watch. Very, very calm. Alright, now we'll take this off here. We'll go mobile and show you all the growth from everything. Things that I've done. So this is new up here. I added this just to make it a little bit taller, so when you look at it from the front, it gives the tank a little more height on that side. So I added those 2 mushroom rocks. They were at the bottom there. And then these orange mushrooms were also at the bottom there. Added them up there. They're doing really well. Along this side, this leather is doing really well. Really well. It's probably just better to do from this side. There's Steve. Oh, and I do have a Potter's Angel as well. Oh, he's gone. Steve pisses off this leather so much, constantly. That's why it'll never get as big as it was, because he sits in it all day long. There's my eel. I call him an eel. He's an engineer goby. He's awesome. He's pretty damn big now. He's about 8, 9, 10 inches long. He's pretty big now. This mushroom rock, which started out, I made. It was just a rock where I put a whole bunch of mushrooms that were laying all over my tank on it. It's doing really well. close up of some of these green ones. They're pretty cool. Orange ones are doing well. The green frilly. More orange, purple. It's doing pretty well. Pretty happy with it. This hammer's doing pretty well too. These lights only came on about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, so this is always what time I do my videos, but should probably do them in the middle of the day when the corals are all at their happiest. Hammer's always doing well. These grow like weeds in the tank, can't even control them, sell them all the time. There's another little spawn of it. This torch has taken off. I bought it at 1 head. It now, when it's all closed up, has 6 heads. Loves the tank. Absolutely loves the tank. It's doing really well. I'm really happy with it. Great little coral. And moving up, here is this coral here, which Steve constantly sits on. Has germinated to over here. That one's doing well because Steve doesn't sit on it. So it's perfectly fine. You'll see everywhere I go, my angel end tang will be right there. They always want to be fed. Here are two, really tang? Here are 2 SPS that, it's hard to tell, but there's one laying down, which I dropped and I never picked up because I was too lazy, and it's encrusted on the rock. It's doing pretty well. Camera won't focus, but it's doing pretty well. And then the one to the left of it, it's doing pretty well as well. Again, I'm not the type of reef enthusiast here that knows all the names of all these corals, so I won't even make them up. This one I just got yesterday actually, so it hasn't opened up yet, but it's doing pretty well. Color's still good. In the back here, got some mushrooms, some polyps. Now this has just taken off. Got this as the tiniest little frag. Try to get a good angle on it here. And it's doing so well. I mean, so well. It's incredible. And the polyp extension is absolutely phenomenal. I'm trying to get it here for you. Camera's not. There you go. Phenomenal. You guys want to check out my other videos, you can see how much growth this thing really has. I mean, look at how wide it is now. It's crazy. It's just sitting on that rock, not glued, just sitting there. And you know it's doing well because, if I take you back in front, it has germinated to here. And look at how well that's doing. That's germinated. I did not put that there, I didn't move it there, it just started growing there on its own. Also started growing behind it. If you can see this green dot right there, and right there. There's 2 more of them. And back here. Can't focus in well enough, but there's one back there. You just have to believe me on that one. And then there's one right here too. I mean, it's crazy. It germinates all over the tank. Pretty cool. This, which, if you look back at my old videos, just looked like Darth Vader's helmet. It was small. It is much bigger now. Doing really well. Really well. Very happy with it. This SPS is beautiful, especially at night when the UV and just blues are on. Gorgeous. Encrusted all over that rock. Really happy in here. Really happy. This one has not died, has not grown. Just done pretty much nothing. Mandarin that I've had for about 3 weeks now. I guess there's you can see him eating copepods. I guess there's enough copepods in here for him. Local fish store gave them to me because he got them in by accident. He hates them because they don't eat. He's always worried about them dying, so he just gave them to me for free. Knows that my tank is probably the best pet for him. And he's loving it in here. I do Did sit up there a few gems, so I'll show you that in a minute. Again, back to this coral. It hasn't grown, but not doing bad either. Still has good coloration. Green Slimer I just got a little while back. Tiny little frag. Picked up this SPS frag about 2 days ago as well. And this is another little germination of the coral, the leather that Steve always sits on. Doing pretty well. This is doing really well. You can see it's already grown from where I epoxied him down. He's grown onto the epoxy already. There you go. You can see that little growth there at the bottom. Doing pretty well. Gonopora. I mean, it's doing well for a Gonopora. I don't like it in the sand bed because my sand sifters just pour sand all over it. So, considering it's up on this rock, it's doing pretty well. Up on that rock there. And then this golden torch, which I used to have in the sand, he's doing pretty well. It hasn't taken off as much as the green tipped one, but still doing well. This rock is awesome. These zoos have taken off. Now if you see, there are a few bare spots. There's a bare spot here, one to the right of here, one over here, and one back there. So, you can see this rock. There's one of my sand sifters. He lives under there. Oh, Emperor pissed them off. He goes right back in. So you can see this rock has taken off. So, where those bare spots were, are because I took them, the original frags, and I put them back here. There's the green ones, some orange ones on there, the blue ones. These are the yellow center ones, and the orange ones. So hopefully this rock back here